In today's video, inshallah, I want to take you into one of the most beautiful and practical stories in the Quran about marriage. It's found in Surah Al-Qasas, and it's about Prophet Musa, peace be upon him. What's special about this story is that out of all the prophets mentioned in the Quran, Musa is the only one whose marriage story is described in detail. Allah could have told us the marriage stories of many prophets. We know there were thousands of prophets throughout history, and several are mentioned by name in the Quran. But Allah chose this marriage story in this way for our guidance. So that means there are powerful lessons here about how to look for a spouse, what really matters in a partner, how families should think about marriage, and how making marriage easy is actually a protection from haram. Let's walk through the story and then extract some lessons for our lives today. Before the marriage happens, the Quran shows us Musa in a situation you and I would call a total disaster. Musa, peace be upon him, is in Egypt. In a heated situation, he steps in to defend a man who is being oppressed. Things get out of control. He strikes the aggressor, and the man dies. News spreads. The authorities in Egypt are not interested in justice or a fair trial. They simply want Musa dead. A man comes running to warn him that the leaders have already decided to kill him. So Musa does what any believer would do when there is no safety, no justice, no system to protect him. He escapes. He leaves behind his home, his city, his safety, any sense of stability. He becomes basically a wanted man, a fugitive, with no plan, no map, and no money, just tawakkul in Allah. As he walks into the unknown, he turns his face in a direction, and Allah guides him towards a place called Madyan in the desert. If you are even 1 degree off, you can be lost for days. But Allah is the one who guides lost hearts and lost feet. After a long, exhausting journey, Musa finally reaches the outskirts of Madyan. He arrives at a well, a rare source of water in the desert. He sits in the shade, tired and hungry, and he notices something, a group of men crowding around the water, giving their animals a drink. And a little bit away, 2 young women, struggling to hold back their animals, not letting them go forward. The animals want to run to the water, but the girls are resisting and pulling them back. This looks strange. Why are they staying away from the water when everyone else is letting their animals drink? So Musa gets up from his place. He doesn't ignore them. He doesn't pretend he didn't see anything. He approaches respectfully and asks a simple, direct question. What's going on? Why are you holding your animals back? They answer with dignity and clarity. In summary, they say, we can't go down there while all those men are crowding the well. We wait until they all finish and leave. Our father is an old man. That's why we are the ones doing this work. In one short answer, we learn a lot. These women are working, taking care of animals because their father is elderly. The environment around the well is not safe or respectful. The men there don't behave properly with women. They are guarding their modesty and safety by keeping a distance. So what does Musa do? He doesn't give a lecture. He doesn't flirt. He doesn't ask for anything. He simply takes their animals, goes to the water, gives them a drink himself, and then quietly returns the animals to them. No drama, no show, just pure, sincere help. Then he goes back to the shade, alone. Now imagine his situation. He has no job, no food, no home, no safety. He just did a good deed for strangers and walked away. Sitting in the shade, he turns to Allah and makes a powerful dua. My Lord, I am in need of whatever good you send down to me. He admits, Ya Allah, I am completely in need. I have nothing. I am desperate for any good from you. I won't be picky. Whatever you send, I'll accept it. This is the voice of someone whose back is against the wall. Someone who knows that every opportunity to do good, every bit of help, every door that opens is actually a gift from Allah. And remember this dua, because the response to it is not just food. It's family. It's marriage. Meanwhile, those 2 young women go back home much earlier than usual. Their father, an elderly wise man, notices. "Why are you home so early today?" They explain. They tell him, "There was a man at the well who helped us. He was strong, but he was also different. He didn't bother us, didn't take advantage, didn't even follow us. He just helped, then went back to sit in the shade." This is important. These women deal with men regularly because of their work. They know very well how men usually behave, how they look, how they talk. But this man, Musa, stands out. The father listens carefully. He reads not only their words, but their tone. He picks up that this is not just about someone doing them a favor. This is about someone with exceptional character. So what does he do? He tells one of his daughters to go and invite Musa. The Qur'an mentions that one of them comes back to Musa, walking with modesty and shyness. She gives him a message, clearly and respectfully. "My father is inviting you, so he can reward you for helping us." Look at how careful she is. She doesn't give him the wrong idea. She doesn't make it sound personal. She makes it clear that this is from her father, and it's to pay him for his help. Now think about Musa. He helped for the sake of Allah. He didn't ask for money, but he also just made a dua. "Ya Allah, I need any good you send down to me." So when this invitation comes, he doesn't act too pious and say, "No, no, I did it fi sabilillah. I don't want any payment." No, he recognizes, this is the answer to my dua. So he accepts and goes with her. When Prophet Musa reaches their home, the father sits with him and talks. He asks, "Who are you? Where have you come from? What happened to you?" Musa tells the truth, not a fancy edited version, the full story. He grew up in Egypt. He accidentally killed a man. He is now wanted by the authorities. He escaped with nothing. He has no family here, no money, no job, no status. From a worldly perspective, this is not the ideal son-in-law. Fugitive, homeless, broke, no connections. But the father is not just looking at career and passport. He is looking at honesty. This young man told everything, even the ugly part. Courage. He stood up against oppression. Modesty and character. His daughters have already given their opinion through their description of how he behaved. One of the daughters then speaks to her father. She doesn't say directly, "Marry me" to him, but she says something wise and respectful. She suggests that he hire Musa because he is strong and trustworthy. Her father understands what she really means. She trusts this man's character enough to have him around their home. In this corrupt society, that means a lot. So the father makes a remarkable proposal to Musa. "I want to marry one of my 2 daughters to you, on the condition that you work for me for a number of years." Subhanallah. Think about that. The young man has no money, no house, no status. He is an outsider. He has a complicated past. Yet the father says, "You can marry my daughter." Why? Because he recognizes goodness of character when he sees it. The work arrangement, 8 or 10 years, is not a way to use Musa. It's actually a way to give him a stable job, give his daughter a righteous husband, give the family a protector, turn his crisis into a new beginning. Everyone benefits. Now, what does this story mean for us? Number 1, character first, everything else second. When this father chose a husband for his daughter, he didn't start with, "What's your salary? What brand of car do you drive? How big is your house?" He started with, "Is he honest? Is he trustworthy? Is he respectful with women? Does he fear Allah?" Our problem today is often the opposite. We make dunya checklists first and character last. Then we wonder why marriages collapse. Number 2, listen to your daughters. Notice something powerful. The father paid attention to how his daughters described Musa. He read between the lines. He understood their comfort and trust with this man. Many fathers today are more influenced by neighbors' opinions, family gossip. What will people say? than by their own daughter's feelings and concerns. The Quranic example is different. The father listens. He respects his daughter's view. He takes it seriously. Number 3, make halal easy, so haram becomes hard. If we make marriage extremely difficult, huge expenses, impossible demands, unrealistic conditions, endless family politics, then we are opening doors toward haram, whether we like it or not. Non-Muslim societies, media, social networks, their job is not to guard our iman. Their job, often, is to decorate haram and make it attractive. Our job, as Muslims, is to make halal attractive and accessible. If we close the doors of halal ourselves, we cannot blame the outside world when our youth slip. Number 4, don't be paralyzed by what will people say. Imagine if someone today did what this father did, gives his daughter in marriage to a broke man from another place with a complicated history. People would talk non-stop.
You're ruining her future.
How could you choose someone like that? Think about your reputation.
But this father is thinking about taqwa, not reputation. He chooses what pleases Allah, not what pleases the crowd. So what can we take from this story? If you are a father or mother, ask Allah to show you righteous spouses for your children and give you the wisdom to recognize good character when you see it. If you are single, work on your own character, integrity, and relationship with Allah. The best thing you can bring into a marriage is not just a degree or a salary. It's a heart that fears Allah and deals honestly with people. May Allah make marriage easy and blessed for our sons and daughters. Protect them from haram by opening for them the doors of halal. Give us the courage to follow Quranic guidance over cultural pressure, and make us like Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, people who turn to him in desperation and recognize the good when he sends it. Ameen.